Dog days are upon us, as you may have noticed. A couple of great things have come in to help us get through them. A reading we have coming up on Monday is one of the favorites at Prairie Lights. Simon Van Boeie, who writes a love story like nobody can write a love story. His new book is actually a novel, and it's called Everything Beautiful Began After. I urge you to come down on Monday night to see this guy read. This guy is an amazing author, very young, and an amazing, amazing reader. Simon Van Boeie, he's one of those guys that we almost discovered. If you like Charlotte's Web, well, everybody likes Charlotte's Web. How can you not like Charlotte's Web? If you like E.B. White, again, you'll love this book, The Story of Charlotte's Web. It is a little-known fact that E.B. White knew absolutely zip about farms, and of course, virtually all of Charlotte's Web is farm life. And he had to go out and do research. This book is about how he learned to write Charlotte's Web from rural people, and it is an amazingly fun read. We have a lot of paperbacks of books that some of you have been buying in hardbound. A couple of mysteries that are just amazing. One of them is a funny mystery, a Chet and Bernie mystery by Spencer Quinn, the guy who wrote Dog on It. Chet is the detective's dog, and he is such a dog. He is such a doggy dog that you will just fall in love with him. He has no idea what's going on, but you'll be able to have an idea of what's going on just by listening to the way he talks about the circumstances. Now the next one, it's called Faithful Place by Tana French, who writes these incredible Irish things. In the Woods, Likeness, they almost all win prizes, and this is better than any of them. It's one of those things that is a literary novel first and a mystery second, and we'll be displaying them in both places, but it's just such powerful stuff. Very working class, very Irish. I seriously recommend it. The Iowa Book Fest is coming up. One of our readers, who is an incredible rising star in the fiction world, is Bonnie Jo Campbell, who wrote American Salvage, which was published originally by Wayne State University Press. Can you believe that? And it was nominated for a National Book Award. And of course, immediately it was bought by a major publisher. This new novel is sort of a female Huck Finn kind of a thing. It's an amazing piece of writing. I very, very strongly recommend that you take a look at Once Upon a River by Bonnie Jo Campbell. She is, as Elizabeth McCracken once described her, a force of nature. I read this book this weekend. It is so great. Wicked River, the Mississippi, when it last ran wild. This is a nonfiction book about the very early days of the Mississippi River, when it was an area of outlaws and lots of crazy people, when there were no rules to life. People shot each other all the time. This was the original Old West we're talking about. We're talking about the Mississippi Valley here. And Les Sandlin is an amazingly good writer. And he takes it back to the days of the New Madrid Fault and that absolutely stunning earthquake which shook the entire Midwest. I couldn't stop reading it. One more thing I want to say. Prairie Lights is about to sponsor what may be the single largest book club event ever. If you guys turn out, and if you guys read the book, we'll have hundreds of people at the Englert Theater on July 17th at 5 p.m. What we're reading is Jane Hamilton's best book. It's called The Short History of a Prince, and it's probably her most seldom read book. but you really have to read it. A lot of gay men claim it to be the best book ever written with a gay male character. I've been reading it now for what I think is my third time, and it is so beautiful and so intense. It's a book that'll make you cry literary tears. Get a copy of Short History of a Prince and read it, and show up on the 17th. Jane Hamilton is going to be there. Jane and I will be running the club. It will be so much fun.